was alcohol.
Huh?
He was alcohol.
Nah, that thing won't alcohol. I thought it was expensive. Isn't that crazy? That the phenomenon of craving is limited to this class and never occurs in the average tempered drinker. It never does, y'all. That's what separates us. The phenomenon of craving, the allergy, is what happens when I consume the alcohol or drugs. But that phenomenon of craving, that's what happens after I take it. And then next week we'll talk about that mental obsession. It goes even further. But then that phenomenon of craving is what makes me keep going on and on and on and can't stop, and I don't understand why. I can't moderate once I get started. I can't stop. That's the phenomenon. And that's what Paul was talking about when he said, I don't understand myself. That's how I could identify with that, because I couldn't understand why I couldn't stop. That's why in the big book it says when you ask an alcoholic why he relapsed or why he done what he done, he can't explain it himself.
Right.
So it's best not to try to reason with us and beat us over the head for answers that we can't give you. That's why when the guys come back from intervention, I learned a long time ago, ain't no need of me interviewing them. Just say, you back? Yeah. Go on over there and lay down somewhere. Because ain't no need of me going through no long process with them, you know, or why'd you do it, and this and that. Because they be like, man, shoot, I don't know. And I'm telling you what it's not, y'all. It's not that he wanted or she wanted to get high. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Because once I've entered into the chronic stage of my addiction, I never want to get high again. Because I know at that point what the consequences are going to be. I just can't stop. So it's not as simplistic as he or she just wanted to get high. Because I don't want to get high. I know what happens when I get high. I know I'm going to be homeless. I know I'm going to jail. I know I'm going to be divorced. I know all that. So why would I want to get high? But we do. So it's not, we have to stop saying, please hear me. Oh, I just want to get high.
Yeah.
No. Or he just wanted to get high. Or she just wanted to get high. No. It's after I've had that moment of clarity and I don't apply the steps and apply the principles of the program, then you can say you want to get high. When you say, hey man, are you reading? Are you praying? You going to meetings? You doing those things? While I'm in some state of sanity and I don't do what it takes, then you can say you want to get high. That's the insanity then. Father Martin, the king of Chalk Talk, says the insanity of step 2 is not what we do when we go out there and use and do all that craziness. That's par for the course. He said the insanity of step 2 is to be free and go back. The Bible says it's like a dog returning to his vomit. And when you think about that, make everybody say, ew. Right? Because some of us done seen that when we were seeing our dog throw up and then lick it. You'd be like, ew. Right? That's us. Little man said, ew, that's nasty. It is nasty. But that's what it's like for me to be free and to go back. And I ought to make somebody say, ew. Why would you do that? And the thing is, if I don't do, y'all three right there, if you don't do what the program suggests, you going back. See, we got time together. And you don't need a hoping, wishing, and praying there's going to be another way. No, the program has already outlined what you're going to do. That's why I'm never surprised when they fall off. I don't know why you surprised. Now, I've been listening to NA tapes all week, and I heard again, I hadn't heard it in a while, it says, a lot of times we need to stop saying people relapsed. You need to question them whether they were working the program. And if they were not working the program, they didn't relapse because they were never on. Relapse means you got on the horse and fell off. You can't fall off of something you were never on. You just had a brief stop in your continuation of using. But you didn't relapse. Relapse means that you on there. If you ain't never got on, you ain't relapsed. And so a lot of y'all, you ain't never relapsed. You were never on. If you didn't get a sponsor and you weren't working the steps and you wasn't going to meetings, you didn't relapse. You were never on. That's all that was. And maybe if you get on, you won't fall off. Because the NA text says they have never seen an addict relapse that was working the NA program. No. It's foolproof that I can't fall off if I am doing what the program suggests. And Kevin, I gotta stop saying I wasn't thinking. No. It's dangerous to say I done something stupid and I didn't think when I'm in a house full of recovering addicts and I didn't run it by nobody. So now once I move into my own place, when it becomes difficult for me to reach out, I'm in trouble. So if I haven't learned how to reach out when it's convenient, it's going to become real difficult for me to reach out when it becomes inconvenient. See, I've been clean 25 years. These things right here were not even invented. I heard a word that I hadn't heard in a while since Diane said it the other day, called pages. You know, I'm like, wow, she's old school. I got clean, y'all, when we had pages. So it wasn't convenient for me to call my sponsor. You know, I had to page it. Then he had to stop and go to a phone and call me back. You remember that? Hey. So now with y'all with these right here, I don't know how y'all can't contact people and y'all have them in your hand all the time. Unless I call. Then you don't have it. You know, I didn't see my phone. Something. But if we could get clean before there were pages, and there are some old school people that got clean even before pages. So it's really convenient now. And so when you have a thought that runs through your mind, you got to know, as the big book said, that it's erroneous, that it's bad. If you thought it, it's probably no good. And so at least you need to verify it with somebody and say, this is what I'm thinking. What you think about that? Yeah. And then you got to get honest, because I found out that there's several types of people, and I'm almost through. It's some people that can't come up with a good idea and they need help coming up with an idea. Then there are some people, this is who I am. I always got a good idea. And most of the time, it's good. So my problem ain't the idea. My problem is following through on the idea. So I need to run it by somebody and then ask for help to carry it out. Because that's how I used to get my family and friends. Because I would come up with an idea and they would be saying, wow, you going to stay clean this time. Why? Because the idea I had, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. They'd be like, you got it. Yeah. They didn't know I couldn't follow through with it. You got to walk with me. Male, close your ears. They close. See, I better watch it. See, she didn't know that. She laughed. I mean, see that? I can't trust her. Told her to close her ears, and she didn't do it.
You know she ain't gonna do what you say, yo.
But I'm hell, on the walk. How many of y'all like that? Let me see your hand. Know you need somebody to walk with you. So you got to tell them now, as you walk with me, I need you and I want you, but it's going to be a hostile walk. But please don't leave me. Hostile. I'm probably going to cuss you out. I'm going to threaten you. I'm going to do all that. So I have to have a certain type of people in my support system. I need lions that ain't scared. See how my boys project? That they're not fazed by that. Yeah. What? Man, ain't nobody scared of you. Come on, try it. Then I'm going to get real sad and pitiful. Don't nobody love me. Then I try to pity you away from me. Yeah. Then if that don't work, I normally comply. But you got to go through hostility, pity, to get to compliance. Wow. And that's even with 25 years clean. That's today. Yeah. Then the third group of people, Diane said, God, dog. Third group of people, they can't come up with a good idea and they can't walk it out. They just messed up. So they got to be honest about that. I can't think for myself, and neither can I carry it out. And all three of them can get clean if they can get honest. All three of them. And none of them know better than the other. It's just who you are. You just got to ask for help. Dang, why you look at me like that?
I'm just feeling bad for Mel over here.
You know what she said? I'm a joy.
I thought you said that's what they say up here.
They do. Didn't you say that the other day? Yeah, walking the ring man. And he said, Brother Buster, you are joy to work.
No, that's that falling into compliance thing we were just talking about.
The allergic type never safely uses alcohol in any form at all. Never safely use alcohol in any form at all. So we can't use, and let me tell y'all, alcohol is a drug. All right? Alcohol is a drug. And so that means that we can't use nothing, y'all. You can't substitute one drug for another and all that stuff in any form. Let me hear you. And once having formed a habit and found they cannot break it, once having lost, check this out, self-confidence and develop a reliance on things human, their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve. When I start to rely on myself and my own thinking, my problems just pile up and pile up. And after a while, I dig a hole so deep, I don't have the coping skills to get myself out of it. And so now I need another drink, Keith, because now I done started to think about how deep the hole is, and I'm trapped. And that's when I need to talk to some people in the fellowship who have been in a hole just as deep as me, how they can tell you that it's just one step at a time, brother. It's not that bad. You can get out of it. But when I'm looking at it alone, these problems are piled up so big that I don't think I can make it. Last page. It said chronic addicts must believe three things for recovery to be possible. Number one, their mind and body has been affected. Oh, I'm sorry. Emotional appeal. Here, this is the one. Faulty emotional appeal. What this means, y'all, I looked this word up again. Faulty just means lightly entertaining with no substance. That's our appeal, y'all. We're lightly entertaining but no substance. So we'll try to entertain you. And if you stay around us long enough, you'll find out that, you know, we ain't that funny and we ain't that deep. Faulty. The message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people must have depth and weight. So guess what? You got to give us something with some substance. And what it is really, y'all, is the naked truth. And sometimes you got to hurt our feelings and save our life. And if you get so caught up in not wanting to hurt our feelings, you may end up killing us. And it sounds ugly. Sometimes you just got to tell us the truth. And not water it down. That's what we used to. And we take it a little bit better. Not that somebody has to be in recovery to tell us the truth. We just take it a little bit better from somebody who has suffered the same thing. A little bit better. Not all the way, Cleveland, but a little bit better. You know. Where they can kind of tell us the truth. But everybody, the truth is just the truth. You know. In nearly all their ideas must be grounded in a power greater than themselves if they are to recreate their lives. Recreate. First, we got to look and see what was created. And this is kind of the same thing as it talks about in step 2 when it says restored to sanity. It means the original state. You know, it's not pimping your ride. When you restore a car, you put a car back to the way it was when it was first done, not the big rims and all that other stuff. And so we got to recreate our lives. So we just got to start over, Keith, and look at it. So how can I recreate my life? How can I build a new life from scratch? And it's a wonderful thing. I was 28 years old, and I was saying things like little man over there was saying, and I had to say it, Obi, what do you want to be when you grow up? Yeah. And you get to say that again, no matter how old you are. You got to recreate your life with some truth and some honesty and be real, but you got to recreate it. Y'all got it? Yeah. You got to recreate your life. And you start asking yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? You know, my son used to say, you know, he was going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a football player, a basketball player, and a baseball player, and an Indian chief. You know, he was little. I just said, oh, okay, Jamie. You know, you can be all that. Now, I knew he really couldn't be all that. You know, as he got a little older, I started giving him some truth. Like, no, partner, you're probably not going to be all of that. And so we have to do that with us because we, you know, I always ask all of the clients, what is your market value? How much money do you expect to make? I guess it was last year. Every client, we're going to make over $75,000. Every one of them. Some of them couldn't spell 75, but they will make 75. Okay. You probably not gonna make. Oh, you hate it. Okay, man. And I had to help them, you know, bro. You're not gonna get first job. Yeah. Not everybody. Made me re-examine my life. I'm like, well, something must be wrong with my 25 years because I ain't there. You know, but you just slow. We ain't like you. You in treatment home. I got 25 years clean. Oh, brother. Then I realized again, full flight to reality. We will look at 3 things in the 2 previous sections. The actions of the alcohol on the chronic alcoholic is a manifestation of an allergy. That's what it is. We are allergic and we can never use no mood-altering chemicals safely again. There are two main gateway drugs, especially for us in here. Alcohol, marijuana that we struggle with. And some of y'all ain't drank no alcohol in a long time. And ain't smoked no weed in a long time. But all of a sudden, alcohol become all important. I don't want to drink. No, that's your disease. And you know what? You done passed by that stage. And normally, when you drink, it won't be long before you go back to your drug of choice. How many of y'all done fell out behind that lie? Try and drink. Try and smoke a little weed. So you got it now? You can't drink? You sure? All right, we'll see. Y'all sure Arnold Palmer's don't have alcohol in them?
I believe you haven't even had
I can trust you, do they?
No, that's just lemonade and tea. That's it, that's all.
Off the baseball place.
It sounds a little alcoholic though, don't it?
Like Long Island.
Like Long Island iced tea, yeah.
Oh, you said it so proper too. I would have.
Wow.
Not on my money, you won't.
You didn't get it?
Y'all let him get it. I went on, let him. I felt good, I was mad though. I ain't taking it no more. Anyway, number two. That becomes the reliance on things human. Their problems pile up. Reliance on things human. Y'all, can't no human nothing get you out of this. It's going to take a power greater than you. And for a lot of us, y'all, it's just the collective body of the fellowship. That's what it was for me. I wasn't raised in church, and so I wasn't all religious when I got here. I just knew that the collective body was bigger and stronger than me. And so that was a power greater than me until I could build my own relationship with God. It was the fellowship was a power greater than me.
Yeah.
That's what I trusted. And we all look at this thing differently. And we all have different religious views and this and that. All of that. So let's don't get caught up on that. All right?
Yes, sir.
Last one. Their ideas must be grounded in a power greater than themselves if they are to recreate their lives. Thank y'all. Hopefully